What is good, y'all? John D. Saunders here. I'm super excited for this video. I'm talking about setting up your web design studio for success. I'm gonna walk you through the entire breakdown of how the services we offer are married to our passive income streams and how even when we don't have clients, we can still make a great buck every single month and create that great monthly revenue that every agency is looking for, absolutely free. So let's jump in. I'm gonna show you the process and I'm gonna break it down. Let go. So I brought up a diagram. This is a platform called Drawio. It's a free platform that integrates with Google Drive, and you can create these cool diagrams to showcase your work or your process or even your funnel. So we're starting at the top, web design agency. This is the catalyst for everything that we do. I am a web designer and I own an agency called 54 Digital. We focus on branding, design, development, mostly Webflow and Shopify sites. So with that said, this is the catalyst. This is at the top level, right? And so this almost acts like the brainchild of your entire business that runs everything through it. Then right under that, we have SOPs or standard operating procedures. These are the step-by-step breakdown of everything that you do in the business, whether you do the design elements, design systems, branding, design development. You want to start to systematize your business by creating a process. Now, what you can do with that process is one, add definitive steps on the things that you're doing within the agency, but then it also allows you to delegate to part-timers, full-timers, independent contractors, wherever you're at in the business. This is going to help you scale your efforts. So once you have your agency, you need to start implementing operating procedures. As you guys can see here, this is our operating procedures document that we use internally at the agency, and all of our systems run through it. And then what we do is we break down everything by segment. So if we look at a job, for example, this is our training on web development and running quality assurance audits. I always have these step-by-step directions that I can delegate to a team member. And then I also have video training on YouTube. And on video training, I usually have the breakdown. Here, let me mute this. Let me move my big old head. I usually have the breakdown of our process. So on the left-hand side, you can see me performing those tasks. And on the right-hand side, you can see these operating procedures. Now, I do offer a course on this and more, but I want to make sure we stick to this process so you can kind of understand the breakdown. So start to really think about your web design agency and really systematize the processes within it so that you can build and delegate. All right, so you can delegate control, but you're still maintaining your proprietary systems by creating these operating procedures. So to reiterate, left-hand side is me doing the actual task. Right-hand side is the step-by-step breakdown of that task. Now, next step, so you have your agency, now you're starting to build your operating procedures. Now you're kind of getting into a bit of a flow, right? Now, right after that, you have your services. So now that you have your operating procedures within the agency, now you have web design. That's probably your main service where you're designing websites, you're doing user interfaces, you're maybe doing competitive analysis, and you're helping clients, in our case, startups, build their business. Let me move my big old head right back here. Secondly, we have branding. With branding, this is design systems and things like that. And then on the third side, we have web development. So web design is actually creating the overall look and feel. Development is actually developing the code around that to create that digital product. So that's the breakdown. So if you look at our agency, for example, our services are branding and strategy. That includes market research. We'll do brand guidelines, topical stuff like business cards and collateral. And then when it comes to web design, that's the wireframe and prototyping, creating custom integrations. And then management is just managing that site. And then you also have UI, UX, which is just interface architecture and all that good stuff. I won't go into too much craziness with that. So again, at the top, web design agency, standard operating procedure, and then right under that, web design, branding, and web development. So this is the overall architecture of your agency. Now, if we want to get detailed into each of these, web design, we have wireframes, right? Wireframes are, you can do low fidelity, you can do high fidelity, which is actually what the site will look like. And I can show you an example of one of those. This is a high fidelity wireframe that we're creating for a client. As you can see, it has all the moving parts and the design is pretty clean and consistent. Now, when it comes to low fidelity, you're looking at something more so like this. where it has the content and overall architecture of the site, but it doesn't necessarily have that content. So it's just to give the client a visual. So that's that part of the process, wireframes. Then you have UI UX, user interface or user experience, creating that visual experience that users will benefit from and cause them to convert into a customer. And then also under that, we have web design strategy, which can be competitive analysis and all that good stuff. Then under design branding, we have design systems, which can be brand identity, logo, collateral, visual assets. I can show you an example of that as well. And those are the components that help give a consistent branding look and feel of your company. So if I click this, for example, we have brand guidelines here that we've created for a client, and this overall gives them the design architecture of that site. So with that said, we also have web development, where we focus on Webflow and Shopify. As a web design agency, you want to make sure that you're niching down to specific services or specific client type, because as you niche down, you can increase your cost, increase your price, and it'll make it easier to create those standard operating procedures because you'll have set systems in place to delegate and scale. So now the most important piece, or the last piece, is passive income. And I'm going to spend a little bit of time here because I want to make sure I ingrain this in your brains. Web design agency owners have an issue of, if I don't have clients, I can't make income, I can't create wealth for my business, and I can't scale. Now, what you have to do is you have to think and leverage passive income streams in your web design agency. There's a few ways to do that. One, you see I'm pointing here towards this brand identity. You can create templates and digital products that you can resell. So you've already created the systems, right? You've created standard operating procedures to delegate these processes. Now, what you can do is you can gift wrap your process and sell that to other agency owners or freelancers or people in your space that are looking to jump in and grow and develop their skills. You can leverage that by charging them money to get that stuff. So, for example, passive income streams, brand identity, you have logo, collateral, visual assets. You can create templates and resell them on the market. There's a few ways to do that. There's ThemeForest. There's tons of platforms that allow you to resell your goods. You can even do it on your own site and use Gumroad or Podia as a platform. And I'll post those in the comments below so you have access to that. But ultimately, you want to start visualizing how you can take your skill set and create digital products that you can then resell. Next piece is standard operating procedures, right? You're creating the operating procedures in your agency to excel. So what you can now do is you can itemize that, gift wrap it, and put it into a course and resell that course to aspiring web design agency owners. You're in it every day. You're developing systems to scale, and you can use those systems by reselling them to other agency owners. That also is the same for web design strategy, as well as wireframes and site design. So for example, if you go to our site and you go to templates, we have free and premium templates that we sell. And this is all based on our skill set. So if you're looking at Webflow, for example, we have a template called Really Rad. And with Really Rad, you can download the template for $49. We've created this template that you can access. And Webflow has a template database and a template platform that people can go in and purchase templates. And now, not only are we working in tandem with our clients, we're also offering these templates to other agency owners that can go and purchase that. And it will help you create passive income on the back end. So let's say you have a slow month, you're not bringing in a ton of clients, ramp up your promotion of your templates and make sure that people are looking and seeing what you're providing. This is going to create it compounds over time. So as you create more templates, more digital products, these things will start to compound and create more and more passive income streams as you grow. So with that said, let me go back and kind of reiterate this. Again, make sure you're developing operating procedures in your agency so that way you can resell those, you can scale your efforts, and you can really grow yourself to the point where you can focus on creating high quality content for your audience, bringing people into your funnel, and then delegating a lot of these processes within the biz. So let me go ahead and recap this really quick. And again, I'm going to leave it with a question at the end, but let me go ahead and recap. So at the top, you have your web design agency. Right under that, you have operating procedures. Right under that, you have your services, your web design, your branding, your web development. And then you have the breakdown of those services, right, with the service offerings that you have. And then what you do is you leverage passive income streams like creating templates, for websites, creating brand assets and design assets, systematizing your business and reselling your services and the things that you provide to an audience that will love it. So I'm going to close it with this. I'm going to leave this comment. What are you looking to accomplish with your web design agency? Where are you going to start? And if you have any questions on standard operating procedures, how to create those, how to delegate, how to create processes, I have a web design studio accelerator. I'll add it in the comments. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm looking forward to y'all. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and we'll chat soon.